Up and we are live. All right. Hey, look, this is Houston Vine's Incite-tv. We're here. We're starting something brand new, and we're gonna have a great time tonight. So let's just get some things started. Before we do, your Incite-tv starts now. All right. My name
What
is.
up? What up?
What's going on, sir?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm
Congrats.
doing wonderful. I am doing wonderful. I am glad to have you on. Before I even get into your name, I'm just going to talk about 2023 a little bit before we introduce the world to you. Uh,
2023?
2023. You know, it's 2024 now. 2023 was crazy.
Yeah, that was insane.
It was crazy, and then it just popped off a little crazy. What were some of the things from 2023 that stick out in your mind?
Man, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. You
Talk
put
to
me
me.
on. It was so much stuff. It was like it was just so much stuff that happened in 2023, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm
From
with
one
you.
thing to the next, man. I already put 2023 behind me. I ain't even gonna lie to you, man.
Just get rid of it. Throw it
Yeah.
out. Throw it out with the
It was
bathwater.
that type of year for me. But it was a lot of blessings. It was a learning year and everything like that.
I
As
get it.
far as the current events and stuff like that, it was just too much to even take in, bro.
You know what? I look. I say the same thing when I look at the fact of anything from Trump to Diddy to Jakes. Actually, the UFOs. That's what got me.
That's all
All
2024 though.
so what now?
That all just happened this year. In the
Now the
last, and
UFO.
it ain't
Look,
even February.
look. But you know they was talking about Diddy in 23 at the end,
And he just carried over into
and
2024.
Trump. We've been talking about Trump for 10 years. So I mean, hey,
No, yeah, Trump. You know what? We need to do a whole different episode on that, man.
you know what? And we're going to do that. We're
And you're
going to
gonna
do that.
trigger a lot of people with that one right
We're
there.
going to do that as well. So
Let's
I
get a few episodes under our belt before we even start talking about Trump.
Hey, that is true. Oh, I'm gonna say this before we get the show started. I got so much slack. The first time that Trump ran for office, I'm the type person I need to know what you're talking about before I say yay or nay. So when
Yeah.
he, so when he came to Greenville, he was at the convention center, and
Mhm.
everybody thought I was coming out to go stand out there and protest with him, and I was like, no, I'm going in. What? What? You doing what? I said,
You
yeah.
ain't getting lynched out there, bro.
Man, I'm look, Incite-tv. I got an invite to come to just meet.
Exactly.
I'm sitting and got my camera set up right next to CNN, NBC, and Fox.
Are you serious?
Yeah, still got footage of that. I'm gonna have to bring it up one day. I still got that footage. So I
Yeah,
got
you gotta bring that footage up, bro.
and to go and just listen to the man talk. I was treated very well. I got a chance to interview some folks, and then I still went, no, I ain't gonna vote for him. Something about it made me nervous. It was just at the time. But anyway,
Hey, you know what, man? But on a serious note, with
yeah,
that, you know what? I don't down nobody for their political opinions, who
right,
they vote for, man. Because you
right.
know you have to have the strength to think for yourself.
There you
You know what
go.
I'm saying? And just who you vote for, the presidency, it's kind of like I'll be more interested in who people are voting for the governor or mayor. And half the people don't even know they're governor or mayor if you
That's
ask
true.
them right now. And
Well,
that's
I'm glad.
really where all the stuff happens.
And
Local government.
look, I'm glad you said that because I am going to do an insight. I'm putting something together, an insight show on that to have somebody come break it down for us. The commissioner, like for your town, the mayor, how
Yeah, the
all that,
aldermen,
all that
city
from the top,
councilmen.
right? I want them to break it down from the top. I mean, from the top all the way down, or vice versa. So let me stop right there. Let me go into this. First of all, tell everybody your name.
My name is Jonathan Ivy. Um,
Tell me a little
that's
bit
my
about yourself.
name. I am the owner of JBX Media Group. A media group started out as a graphic design company in 2015, but really didn't get
Okay,
jumped until about 2017.
okay.
I just started out, man, with a laptop and a dream, bro.
And you made it work.
Yeah, man. Because my trade, I'm an actual chef. I went to school for culinary arts.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a phenomenal chef, if I must say so
Okay. All
myself.
right. All right.
But then the plan was, I was gonna open my own restaurant. I thought, I was gonna hop out of school, open a restaurant. I had bought a hot dog cart and all this stuff. Then I
Really?
realized I needed some capital. It was a little harder than what I thought. So I was like, you know what? I got some skills in art. So why
Okay.
don't I just go ahead and try to sell some logos or something on the side.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that just started blowing up and it just took off, man. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Well, cool. So you're saying that just having two hot dogs, a bun, and $5, they won't go make enough. They won't enough to get
Hey,
the
no,
job.
I had a gut man. My menu was top notch, bro. I had gourmet dogs. See, the thing, what I was gonna do, I was gonna actually have my own recipe for hot dogs. So I was
Okay.
gonna make
Okay.
my own hot dog, right?
Okay.
And I was gonna get famous dogs from each region, like Chicago dog, like a New Jersey dog, maybe Carolina dog with some pulled pork on. I was making gourmet dogs at a
Okay.
hot dog stand. So yeah, that was
So
my
you went.
plan.
So you went from that to getting into graphic design. So did you have skills already, or were you making stick people when you first started making graphic design?
Well, it took me a while. I'm originally like studio art. Like
Okay.
I'm a classically trained artist.
Okay.
In high school, I was in advanced placement art, like for painting and sketching and stuff like that. And I always drew since I was little, man. I was the dude that was on PBS watching Bob Ross and other art dudes trying to. I used to draw little things and mail it in, have my mom them mail it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought they was really sending me something back when I was like, oh man, they responded. you
You
know?
know what?
And my parents always supported my artwork, man. Like every time I always kept an art desk, like a studio art desk,
Yeah. Yeah.
supplies, all that stuff. So
Now you
that's
took
where my
me
artistic ability came in. But just throughout life, how
right.
life do got to get a job. You know what I'm saying? I went into distribution and kind of like I never pursued it as having my own business.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So you took me back for a second when you talked about drawing that art and mailing it off. I had a visual. And didn't that come in the mail or something like that? And then you could or you get it out of a magazine or something
Yeah,
like that. And you
something
get to send it in.
draw the little turtle or whatever, and then you send
Yeah,
it back, and then they'll tell you how you did and stuff like that.
got you, got you, got you. So now with that, like you said, JBX, and I've seen some of your work. So we're going to do another show, part two, that we're going to get to show some of your work. And I know you do a variety of different things, from logos to banners, a variety of different things, right?
Yeah, I do it, man. Pretty much anything that has to do with graphic arts now. Like I said, I started out, I was just doing logos, and I wasn't very good. So shout out to all them people that still stuck with me since 2017. They was, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was good back then. I look at my stuff now, and I go back and look at some of my old stuff. I be thinking, man, I need to contact that dude.
Look,
Apologize.
look. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that's so funny about that. It might look bad to you now, but it might have been enough to them for them to get sales.
Yeah, it
And
was. They
because see,
did.
that's
They loved it.
I
Some
was
people
the
keep
same way.
still
I
like it.
was look when I started. I was using Corel Draw. I thought I was the man because I'm like Corel Draw is it. I can make a flyer and ad the whole nine, and it worked. People got sales, or they people came to whatever event they were having with the flyers that I was making. So it grew from there.
I was using I remember I stayed away from Corel Draw because it was more of a technical
Uh
type of
huh.
thing at the time, but I still was using like the generic Photoshop type of thing, like if you want to make gift cards and stuff like that. So I
Right.
was using that clip art based stuff, and I was putting stuff together back then. And what
Right.
helped me also get nice with just digitally drawing stuff, I would take the remember when Notepad had a little pencil and like
Man, what you talking about?
Notepad used to be dope back in the day. You could do a lot
Notepad,
of
yeah,
stuff
it
from that.
was. It was.
Yeah, so
It was. I remember.
I learned a lot just from just being around computers. My mom always had a computer in the house. So,
Gotcha.
yeah. And one of many families like that we was around like that really at like back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s,
Right.
mostly in the mid 80s that had computers in their house.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later that everybody started having one. So, but
Look,
my
you did.
mom always kept a computer.
Look, you couldn't tell me nothing when my mom bought me that Commodore VIC 20 or VIC 80.
Oh yeah,
I
we
had
had
a
a
Commodore.
Tandy 3000.
Man, I had that thing. I was like, I'm a computer genius. When I wrote my first code and it just went across the screen, I'm like, oh shoot, I'm ready to hack something. I'm good. Couldn't tell me nothing. Cannot tell me a thing. So look, I know that tonight we were going to really introduce people to some things that we're doing.
Oh yeah.
You know, we have been kind of working together on a few things. We both have our own individual businesses. You are a phenomenal graphic designer. As far as marketing stuff, you're great at that as well, putting things together. I'm great at finding clients and putting them together with some dope artists and coming out with some great products and promoting it. But we are crossing a new path because we're looking at doing some podcasting. Um, and, you know, Incite-tv, for some of you guys, if you go back and look, I can probably post some stuff later, that Incite-tv has been around for 15 years. We
Yeah.
started 15 years ago. Might be 17. I remember seeing something that showed 17 years ago. It was just an idea that myself, Thomas Lynch, and Daryl Smith, we kind of sat around, came up with some ideas about having some fun and videoing it. And that's how we started. And then over time, it just kind of left. And now I'm bringing it back, kind of doing my own thing with it. But then I get to meet people like you that's going to help blow this thing up to another level. Tell me a little bit about what you got going in this podcast.
Man, let me tell you, bro. First of all, I want to say thank you to Houston. I think me and Houston, me and you actually, dude, it's crazy. Because I think we've known each other for about over a year now.
Yeah, I was thinking that the other day too.
We first hooked up. I think it's almost been 2 years.
I think
which is crazy because we just met like
about 6 months ago.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. I remember you came to me for a logo for VMG marketing.
Yep.
You was looking at some logo intro stuff, man, and we didn't talk for a while after that. Like, you know, we would go here and there. We were trying to fill each other out.
Right.
And then I guess the beginning of last year, we kind of hooked up, and it's like, man, things been going like crazy.
Yeah, it has. It has.
So basically, I want to thank you for that, man. Thank you for the opportunity that Incite-tv has just given me in coming up with this podcast. I think the last time you noticed that I had a podcast I was trying to do on my own called the Vision Network.
Right.
So, with this new podcast I'm doing, it's called Listen Up. And it's basically a podcast that's going to be raw, man. It's just raw. Like, I think a lot of people try to sugarcoat stuff.
Right.
Or they either go too extreme. We're trying to have like shock jock value. Okay. I just want to be a straight up, like, when it comes to issues that I can talk about and give an honest opinion on, then that's what I'm going to be doing, man. I want to keep it fun, but at the same time, man, I want to keep it engaging. And let's really tackle some of these things, you know, like some of these issues. I want to hear what the people got to say. Because I think people are going crazy today, man. They really go crazy. And I really want to put some people in their place, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Part of that, I'll be wanting people to call in, bro.
Man, I can tell your show gonna be a mess. Your show. Let me ask you, you had a show that you were going to
call me with some craziness.
If you had a show that you were, what would you want your first show to be about? Tell me, or not even first show. What are some of the things that you think you may tackle in your show?
I'm definitely gonna tackle current events. But the thing that really kind of really motivated me to get into the whole podcast thing is people's misconceptions of things. Okay. People not the celebrities or the entertainers themselves, but how quickly the audience creates these monsters and then point the finger at what they created. You know what I'm saying? We believe anything. Like the rumors, the whole Illuminati thing, bro. And this is the reason why I'm so intense about that. I'm not just like your average run-of-the-mill. I ain't bragging about myself, but I had spent the last probably 10, 12 years studying metaphysical things, religions, metaphysical things, a lot of stuff, man, because I got caught up in that whole rabbit hole thing.
Gotcha.
And I thank God for bringing me out of that. Okay. You know what I'm saying? But I can see it in the same people that ran that game on me is running it like on a mass scale now. And
Wow.
we have to really like. I ain't gonna get like spiritual, metaphysical and stuff, but
Right, right,
sometimes you need just plain common sense. Think about what you're saying. Think about this.
right,
And then
right.
think about, do you really know these people?
And
These people,
but you know what? Some of it, I think it is the shock factor. I think some people say I'm such a conspiracy theorist. But I get that a lot. I get that sometimes. But I'm like, some of this stuff going on is distracting you from bigger subjects.
it is
You know?
because okay, 10 years ago when I was studying this, it was people before me that was studying. Okay, I was studying people like black historians like Dr. Ben. I don't know if you know some of these people, Kaba Kameen, the doctor. They
Okay.
call him
Right.
Kaba Kameen now.
Okay.
John Henry Clark, people like this, like black historians, archaeologists, and even theologians and stuff like that. People who have actually, when we were forced to read books before
Right.
the internet,
Right.
you had to go and get your information from somebody who been to Egypt or somebody who knows psychology or sociology. You had to
Right.
read the books. But now we got these YouTube university people.
Right.
We got these people that claim to do research and stuff like that, who only go to social media to do their research. And
Right.
the person that they got the source from is Ray Ray from up the street. They got a camera and a computer. They got
Right.
his source from the same place you got yours.
Right.
And now, since he blowed up on social media, he's some kind of guru now.
Gotcha.
And all it really takes sometimes is getting back to reading and using common sense.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? To get rid of, I mean, it's just I really am. I want to like. I don't mind being controversial. I'm not trying to be, but I know that some of my views on things will be controversial.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, I tell you
Yeah.
what. So, like you said, those are some of the things that you're really going to be getting into.
Well, I kind of went on a rant there, but it's really gonna be like if Kyrie Irving situations is like kind of like the celebrity game. Like it'll be a lot of celebrity talk and business talk too.
Okay.
You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Some gossip gonna be in there too, like the Cat Williams thing. Like really, that whole thing. So current events, I guess that's what I'm talking about.
I got you. I got you. So current events, but you're gonna put your own spin on it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
putting my own spin on it and make it entertaining.
isn't nothing wrong with that. And I can see you doing that because we actually had you on as a guest before we even started putting your show together. We had you a guest on a new show that's coming to Incite-tv called Keeping It 100 with Ursula Banks.
Oh yeah, that was fun, man, and that was actually really my final straw and my motivation to be like, man, I could do this, bro. I could do this.
Well, what got me was I'm so used to you being pretty quiet, easygoing, and you like, well, look, my idea is this, this is what I'm thinking, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And man, we got you on the show, and here you go. Well, I tell you what, these folks are crazy. And I was like, whoa, where this dude come from?
It's crazy because I was talking to the comedian T-Rail I was telling you about. Shout out to T-Rail.
Right.
And he was telling me, he was like, man, he was like, I saw a little clip of your show too. He was like, man, he was like, I saw you up there. He was like, man, I gotta remind myself not to get on Jay Bass side. But like everybody else takes it like that, but for me, it's just like I'm passionate about what I talk about. That's all.
Right. And I was picking on you. Look, I was picking on you. I was picking on you so hard on the show because you couldn't hear me and I didn't know it. And I was like, look, well, let me ask you this. And you like, and another thing, and another thing. I said, look, I was like, you need to let me get a word in edgewise. And you kept going. I said, well, I'm gonna keep talking too. You're gonna talk, I'm gonna talk. But I didn't realize that you couldn't even hear me.
No, I couldn't even hear you, man.
You couldn't hear me.
And I was so amped up. It was raining that night, and I was amped up too already. I was like, man.
And look, and sometimes with these, we're not even looking at the camera lens. We're looking down, so we're not even paying attention to it. That's the thing that I have an issue with now. I'm kind of trying to look up. And
I know that's what I got to do even right now.
I know. Look, that's why I was picking on you right then because you were like this the whole show. I'm gonna tell you what. Looking down, looking down.
Well, yeah,
so
man.
Let's let people know some of the other things that we're going to be doing too. Your show, Listen Up with John Ivy. how can people find out about your show? We haven't even put the first. This is going to be like one of your first shows.
Yeah, this
Just
is one of my first shows.
so how can people find out about you? How can they join your Facebook group or YouTube, or is that something that's in the works?
Well, actually, right now I do have a YouTube. You can go to Listen Up. It's LISTNUP with a exclamation point.
Okay.
And my handle is Listen Up 5408. I'll put that on the screen sometime later.
Okay.
On my
Okay.
handles and everything. But you can also go to Incite-tv, your page,
Okay.
which is Incite-tv with Houston Vines
Right.
on Facebook,
Right.
and also Incite-tv with Houston Vines on YouTube.
On YouTube. So we're gonna have all your shows on your page and on my page, sharing it because we're
Well,
gonna be doing. So right now,
okay, go ahead.
yeah, so like you said, we definitely appreciate you coming on board, letting us be an executive producer of your show, and we're gonna be helping expand a lot of the things that you're doing, and you're helping us as well with keeping it 100.
Yeah, behind
So
the
that we call
scenes.
keeping it 100. And also with the show that I'm going to be doing a hosting is going to be to our Incite-tv, and I'm going to be doing businesses,
All right.
events, comedians, the whole nine. Trying to keep the, I guess the what's the right word for it? We're
Keep
going
the
to have
flow
fun.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
keep
going to
it
have fun
going.
and
Yeah.
stuff with it.
Keep the momentum up.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you some questions. Let's flip it around now.
Okay.
What can we expect from Incite-tv?
Okay. All right. Well, this will be my show. You're going to try to tell me.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you. One of the things about Incite-tv, let me say about Incite-tv Network, first of all.
Okay.
What the vision is with Incite-tv Network is finding a variety of people that need help with their podcast or their show or their dream. And we try to give them a platform, give them that professional look that they need, and help people find them. Because there's some people that have podcasts and they're good, but they only have 2 or 3 people on their page. But we're going to show them how to grow with us because we're starting out and we have 0 subscribers. We have a few, but we're going to be showing people how to grow with us and how they can grow their business as well. So I didn't even take a page that, I didn't want to take something we already had and try to build all the people there. I want people to see how we grow and they grow with us. And then if you have a podcast or a show you would like to do, get in contact with us. We'd love to help you with it. So my show, Incite-tv Business, my job is going to be, I'm looking for different businesses to interview. So people can find out about your hair salon. People can find out about you. There's some people out here that are excellent counselors, lawyers, doctors, plumbers, mechanics, and we don't know about them. And so I want people to be able to feel comfortable enough to, hey, let me interview you about your business, bring some notoriety to your business, and we're going to help you market it at the same time.
Wow. That sounds rewarding too.
Yeah. That's the thing that I enjoy. I've been able to interview people in the past and watch their business grow or watch them grow their business to something different. Sometimes they start over here and then they start with a different business. And then they call me up again and say, hey, look, I need another logo. I need another flyer done. They tell me what they need. And we kind of put it together. Even websites. I have you, Toya, which is in Charlotte. There's a young lady in Charlotte I used to work with, and we do work with from time to time. Excellent. She does great work. And then I've got a guy that's in Africa that I work with, and one guy in Thailand. I believe he's in Thailand that we work with. And then we're going to actually be bringing some shows from, I think it's Accra, Africa, ACCA. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Excellent videographer, and he's going to be bringing some shows from there, tying Incite-tv into it.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Now you also do photography too, though, man. You don't talk that much about your videography and photography, but you do some excellent photography.
Yeah, man. I love photography. I love doing events. I like event photographies more than I do weddings. Only because with the event photography, I can get to capture people in the moment, having fun, dancing, grandma over here. But I look at it the same way when we do weddings. But it's just more fun when it's not a wedding, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
With the wedding, you better make sure that you got 2 versions of everything. You got to make sure you got 2 or 3 cameras because one camera could die. You don't want to miss a moment. So
Yeah.
it takes a lot more work when you go do that. But that's how Incite-tv was born, because we were doing photography and video, and instead of me hiring someone else to do it, I already knew that I could do it because I was actually part of the photography team that we had in our middle school, like for the paper. And I'm old enough that we used to have to put the paper in the solution and
Nah. Oh, man.
take it and hang it up to develop the picture.
You
So
know
I
what,
was shooting
man?
on film. I was shooting
Man,
on film.
these millennials, man, they really, it's like we came from the 1800s or something.
In
Straight
their
in,
mind, we did come from the
in their
1800s.
mind. I'm serious, bro. But I be thinking about it too. I was like, you know what? How much has changed since I was born, or since my daughter? My
Yeah,
daughter's like in their mid-20s, right?
right.
But even the ones like my nieces and nephews that's just born and they're like only 15, the
Hmm.
world that we grew up with
Hmm.
is totally different now, man.
Right.
They don't
It
know a
is.
world without a cell phone, bro,
Right, right,
or a computer. There's a time when we didn't even know a world without computers.
right. This is true.
This is
And
crazy.
and then like you said, I remember a time that if I got hired to do a wedding, I automatically had to factor in $200 outside of the cost of what I was charging just for film.
Wow.
Just for film, because you only get 24 shots when you do a wedding. So each roll was maybe $8 a roll. Sometimes it was $15 a
Yeah.
roll, because the higher the speed, it was different quality. So if I got 800 speed film, it was a little more expensive, but you had to change your settings in your camera. So you think about 24 shots. That's what, 48 pictures if you get 2 rolls, and you could shoot up 48 pictures just at doing the bridal getting dressed.
Yeah.
Then if you go over to shoot the groom, that's another 48. That's 2 more rolls. You haven't even gotten to the wedding. You haven't gotten to the reception, and you haven't gotten to doing pictures afterwards. So it took a lot of money to put all that stuff together. So I've been around doing photography since that time.
That's cool, man. And it kind of goes into the whole technology thing as a whole in business. Okay, so back then, like my ex-wife, her father taught me a lot about the art side of business too.
Okay.
So he taught, like, we used to go downtown in upstate New York in the town called Binghamton. We used to hand paint signs, right?
Okay.
These signs for the buildings. He taught me how to, map that out using a projector and how to do all this stuff, and taught me how to screen print and use acetate to make screens and stuff like that.
Okay.
So projects that would take us literally all day and night, or maybe a 2-day, 3-day project. People can, with technology
Mm-hmm.
and how it's changed things, you can literally do exactly what we were doing like in minutes, right?
Yep.
And the overhead that we imagine, all the overhead storing all the equipment and stuff. And the
Yep.
reason I bring that up is that there are people who think that they need a lot to start a business, and they really don't need that much, man.
Right.
Especially nowadays, it's even less of what you need. You can outsource things. You got all these companies that basically run your business for you, white labeling.
Yep.
Really ain't no excuse not to have your own business. I guess that's what I'm getting at.
And that's one of the things that Incite VMG Media Marketing, we're going to do, is help people get their business off the ground.
Exactly.
And helping people understand you don't have to have a lot. You don't have to have
You really don't,
a bunch of
man.
stuff to get started. The thing that's amazing is you can actually do the same podcast like we have right now with a cell phone and some great lighting to get started. And then you develop it over time to make it look better and better. And that's what we're going to be helping people do to grow their business. Because you think about it, like one of the clients that we have right now is from South Carolina. You've been helping with that project. Nick and Mike's Bar and Grill. They've just signed up to be one of the sponsors of the show.
Oh, wow.
And so next time we probably do a show, we'll probably have their commercial in the beginning. But Nick and Mike's Bar and Grill are in South Carolina and in Charlotte, and they've been growing like crazy. We've been growing with them. But he's talked about how, wow, man, when you guys did this particular ad about Wine Tuesdays, I started seeing people come in and they said, well, I saw your ad, or we did social media ads for them on Facebook or Instagram. And he said, man, this thing is working. I don't know what you guys are doing, but let's just keep it going.
See,
So,
man, I'm gonna have to call you out now, man.
okay. All right.
You gotta let me know about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I see that. That give me motivation right there.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt.
That made me feel like what we're doing is working. You know,
Right.
because a lot of people, it's one thing to hire somebody to do a project for you, but you really want a return on investment. What you really want to concentrate on is your ROI, your return on investment. So you can hire a lot of different marketers and marketing agencies, but are they actually, all those marketing dollars that you're spending, is it actually transforming into revenue? So, you know, being able to hire somebody like Houston and BMG Marketing or JBX Media Group, we can actually show you those results. I think we lost Houston for 1 second. I hope I'm still, I know I'm still up. So, yeah. So he'll be right back on. But hey, y'all, we're going to be on here for a few more minutes. And if anybody wants to, you can call in. Call now. You see that little scroll at the bottom of the screen there? You can go ahead and call that number. You'll be able to tap in with us, talk to us about anything you want to talk to us, ask us any questions. If you want to be a sponsor on any of these shows, contact us. You can either contact Houston Vines or you can contact myself. I would be more than willing to help you out. So we're going to take a really brief intermission, and I will be back in just a second. Matter of fact, while we're waiting for Houston, I'm going to give you an example of the type of things that we're talking about. So I do a graphic art, like I said. Also do a little, some video editing. I can do commercials and things like that. And here's a sample of something that I do. It was for a client, Will Smith out of Louisiana. He started his own hot sauce company. So he came to me, he was like, man, I had did some work for him in the past. He was like, John, man, I need a logo for my sauce. He explained it to me. I was like, boom, I got you. It's called Another Cajun Adventure. And what I did on top of that, because he's such a cool guy, I also added a mini commercial to his package. And here it is right now. So those are the type of things that we're talking about when it comes to marketing that Houston and I can offer you guys. Now, even though he is a VMG Media, VMG Marketing, we do work together. We collaborate on a lot of things: photography, videography, like I said, video editing, logos, and we can actually get things printed. We design like tents, everything. Event tents, we can print those for you, banners, business cards, flyers, you name it. And we get, hold on, here go Houston right now. I ain't gonna let y'all. Yo, you still online.
I'm still online.
I mean, no, you're not still online. Wait, hold on, what is that?
It's got to be off.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I think they can hear you too. I'm still rolling. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put an intermission on there.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put the little your commercial up there, and then when you get back,
see if I can figure out what happened.
Okay. If you ain't back in 5 minutes, I'll just end it. We just
go ahead. I'll go ahead and end it now.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and sign off on this. Hey, thank y'all for joining us. It's live, things happen and everything. Go ahead and tune in. Incite-tv with Houston Vines. on Facebook and YouTube. Follow JBX Media Group on Facebook. Jonathan Ivy, Chef John on Facebook. And let's get it.